A truce? I don't think so. Welcome back, Generals, to War of Dots Volume 11, the action-packed series featuring battles with viewers just like you. Today, the chaos is real, the strategies are absolute madness, and all the maps are unique. Let's go! Hello, Generals, and welcome back to War of Dots Versus. This is Volume 11. This is the series where we feature the absolute best battles from our subscriber Sunday streams. And guess what? You can be featured in these videos too. All you have to do is subscribe to the channel and come hang out with us during our next live subscriber Sunday stream. Now, if you've been following the channel and if you've been playing War of Dots for any significant amount of time, then you know that we've been running into a bit of a map problem lately. The standard ones, they are getting stale after 11 weeks straight of playing. So, today we are changing the game. We are featuring 6 unique user-generated maps. Many of these come straight from our amazing community over on Discord. Yes, I'm looking at you, Omega, featuring a mix of crowd favorites and brand new creators. If you are ready for epic battles, do me a huge favor and please like this video. Please also consider subscribing to my channel, Mr. Bunal Gaming, and drop a comment below. How do you like these battles? What could we have done better? What do you think of my map skills of making the United Kingdom? Is it chunky enough for you? And hey, if you're watching this on mobile right now, look below right now and hit that hype button. It just takes a couple seconds and it really does help spread our message to the wider community. And it helps drive this channel's growth and the growth of War of Dots. So thank you guys so much for your incredible support. Now, let's jump straight into battle number 1. Okay, Generals, and here we are now with our match number 1 of the night. And as you can see, this is the Western Mediterranean. This is a map that I personally made here. You can see that I'm Spain, Iberia. We have a French, we have an Italian, and we have a North African. Now, this could be many things. Could it be Hannibal? Could it be the Peninsula War? Could it be, I don't know, Franco? Whatever you want to imagine here, but I think you can understand what this map is. It's the Western Mediterranean. As we were saying earlier in the video, we've been getting very sick of the maps that are just standard in the game, so we've decided to make our own. And again, this is one that I made. You can see here, Lee on the side is in North Africa. He's making some pretty good moves here against Talvi. That is a pretty good move. And you can see also this is a chunky Italy. I, on the other hand, am attacking through the Pyrenees against Omega, trying to make moves here. And I believe actually Omega disconnected in the game. So that is one of the reasons we're pushing against Omega here. You can also see, look at these awesome naval attacks. I've been really stressing in my streams the ability to change the gameplay from just straight up dots on the land and let's use naval stuff. You know, it is a mechanic. Why not use it? Well, one of the reasons we don't use it is because it's super difficult and it's not really that easy to use. So we're trying to make some maps where using naval attacks does make sense. This is one of them, and you can see Talvi did a great job here. Now, we can also see Lee is moving across here. He's taking over for Savoy here, and he is moving against me pretty good with his heavy units. Now, one of the things is going to come up here at the end of the battle that we'll talk about, but again, War of Dots is a free game, but there are quite a few glitches going on here. Lag. You know, if you've played the game at all, then you know the issues that come with the game. That's why Omega was kicked off the map. He had some issues with the connection. We can see here that this, again, is my custom map, and Talvi's doing okay here. Pretty good. He's taking over my stuff. I'm doing some naval invasions myself, trying to land on the coast of France near Bordeaux. It is not really working out that well, but we're also cycling decently against Lee, but he is pushing back and holding us down here in the Pyrenees. Again, I want to try new maps. I want to try maps where you have to use naval battles, where you have to kind of try different things than just the normal War of Dots action. You can also see here Talvi was making some excellent moves here. I don't have full view of the replay because of something that's going to happen here in a second. But he was making moves against Sicily. Took over Corsica. He was doing great. And you can see here, look, what is going on here? Nobody's moving. Nothing's happening. Can you guess why? Well, the game froze. Everyone was kicked out. The servers broke. Whatever you want to say, it is just War of Dots being War of Dots. Now, again, it's a free-to-play game. I can't really complain that much. You get what you pay for, but this happens quite a bit. Connection was lost. We lost all of our. That's why I don't have an actual replay of this. I just have what I recorded. So, again, I'm not hating here too much, but if you've played War of Dots, you've seen the glitches, you've had them yourself, and it's unfortunate because this was a new map you're playing. Talvi was making some moves in the Mediterranean. He was landing in islands. I was still holding my own. Lee had taken over all of France. He was probably going to start steamrolling me in a minute, and well, we'll never know what was going to happen because, unfortunately, as you can see here, we all lost our connection. Hey, it happens. That's War of Dots. Let's move on to our second battle of the night. And now here we are with map number 2 of the night, and you can tell this map looks beautiful. If you agree, leave a comment below and give a shout out to Omega because this is one of Omega's creations. Now, we have got a couple things to talk about in this map, but just look at the detail. It's really good. There's different biomes, there's a desert, there's mountains, there's forests, there's rivers, there's islands. So again, shout out to Mr. Omega for this map. He made this in one day for us, and he had consulted with Girth, and they talked about it, and he talked about it in our Discord as well. So again, shout out to Omega for helping out here. One of the cool things, though, is you can see Omega's signature. It appears to be Fish Islands. There's a Fish Island in the south as well. And then there's also an island here that's in the red, has a mountain, and he is actually stuck in there. So there's a couple of funny things going on in this map. And again, we've talked to Omega. He's going to fix a couple of these issues, but that is one of the things we see is that island in the middle. You cannot get out. You cannot move your troop from there. And then that bottom one, he's actually on a mountain as well. So one of the things we wanted to call out here was that red is really kind of in a tough position. Both the blue and the purple teams got their own little kind of peninsulas. What we really need to see here, I think, is red not having an island that is contested, and having blue and purple have contested islands in the north. And so red is really only facing the two big borders, and then they have their own island that's private, and then blue and purple have only those private, or only have those lower borders, but then have action to go into the island. So a little bit of suggestions from our team here on what to do to really optimize this. But overall, again, we really love it. Omega is an excellent map maker, and these are really cool looking maps, obviously. You can see again, this kind of fits the theme where we're really pushing the naval aspect of the game, really finding out what we can do here with that naval piece. You can see here Omega is pushing pretty hard in the south against that border, and then the purple team is also pushing in the north as well against Talvi, who is in red. So again, this is a pretty tough position to be if you're the red dots. But again, that is one of the fun things about making these custom maps is that you can kind of make them different and feel more unique than our standard maps. Now again, Omega is really doing well here. He did make the map, so you'd expect that. One of the fun things is that you're going to see here is underneath the troop counts is a city, and we kind of forgot, it's hidden back there. Nobody is remembering that there's a city open, and even Talvi forgot about it. So they start pushing back here in a second, and he actually starts to expand because they forgot about him. This map is definitely getting intense in the naval portion. So again, Navy is a lot of fun. It's exciting to try new things, but there need to be changes for the naval aspect because it's just too difficult. It doesn't really work properly, or at least it's super difficult to use properly. Now, at this point, the kind of consensus was that, it was a really good map. It's going to be difficult to really launch and take over those islands once somebody has taken them over. There needs to be, again, some reworking of the naval aspect to that. And you can see here again, the Talvi right is pushing back and harassing Omega. He's getting them back from pushing him so far in the corner. What a fun and interesting game. Look at these launches here. Oh, there goes Omega is making moves on that map. And this is actually where we said, hey guys, Omega wins. We have rules in the stream after 30 minutes. We want you to pull back so they can keep the games moving. And you can see the purple team here was super gracious and very good at being a good sport because they were pulling back when they could have not done that. So again, thank you guys. And that was a really fun match. On to match number 3. Okay, and now here we are with map number 3. This is going to be another map that was built by Omega, and you can also see two new players. I don't know if HK's been there before, but I definitely know that German Sixth Army has not been in our games before. So again, welcome guys. This is what you get when you join Subscriber Sunday. Brand new players with our favorites from the channel, world-class players. It is a lot of fun. Again, you can see here, this is Fish Island. We were talking about that in the last map. This is the original Fish Island, and there's an Among Us guy in the bottom too. Shout out to Omega for these fun maps. I think you've probably also seen this this map with Talvi as well. I'm not sure if this is the exact one he was featuring, but he did feature one of these uh, earlier. You can also see here that this is another naval map that I was really excited to try to launch naval attacks. As you can see, my naval attacks are failing pretty hard, but that is part of what goes on with these naval battles. It just is, it's difficult, and I'm still trying to get my grasp around it. But you do see I'm doing pretty well here. I'm holding over my Fish Island. I'm holding the Among Us Island. I wanted to launch more of these naval attacks, but you'll see what happens here. Again, I think it's just fun to try new things. And of course, I'm having a little bit of fun here with the new talking system, the new chat system that was up in the new update, which a lot more robust chat. So that's pretty cool. Here we go. We see the German Sixth Army's trying to land on me, but I'm fighting them back over on this side. I'm pushing them back as best I can. Now here I go for a naval invasion on two sides, but I didn't really plan it out very well. Again, it's difficult to maintain these battles. I mean, that one I made that city that was pretty good of me to do there. But when I was doing that, the German Sixth Army appears to have landed on my home island, so that's not going to work out too well for me. He's definitely pushing me pretty hard over there while I'm over here trying to take over islands from Omega and HK. So shout out to the German Sixth Army here, who is steamrolling, blitzing across my land here and taking over my cities before I can really push them back. The Among Us Island now is under attack from Omega, and Fish Island is my only stronghold. You can see though that there's these little sandbar islands. These are crucial for your naval attacks. Look at Omega here. He's got one guy stationed on there. That means when he goes to invade Fish Island, he's going to be able to maintain his supply lines, and that is crucial when doing these naval attacks. Here you go. So watch this. He's going to be able to land here and then keep his um, supply lines going, so he's not going to run into attrition as he's attacking. But you can see the German Sixth Army took over and now kicked me off. Here we go now into the main part, or the rest of the battle here with full team. Generals, leave a comment below. What are you thinking about these naval battles? What do you think about these custom maps we have? Don't you think Omega's doing a really good job here making these maps? Look at the kind of details, the rivers, the different mountains, the Among Us Island. I mean, I'm really impressed with this map. When we saw this, it was really great. And I think this was an excellent first try. Again, these sandbars, you can see him staging as he's going to attack. You can see HK is doing a really good job too of kind of staging and building out defensive lines here. And look at this attack from Omega. He is swinging around the back end. He's going to come and try and look at that. Look at this invasion here. What's going to happen? Is it going to land? Is it going to work? Let's see. And you can see HK's pulling army back to try and defend here. But again, this is kind of one of the things that happens here is once you kind of get into these islands, it's going to be difficult to knock people off, which, you know, it is what it is. Not the game doesn't have to be easy, but it, it's almost impossible. It really is almost impossible once you get tough armies on these islands. It's going to be almost impossible to knock them over. What a cool battle. And again, these are new players joining our Subscriber Sunday, and they're getting featured here. That could be you as well. So again, like this video, subscribe, and you can have your chance as well to be featured here on Versus Series. At one point here, we're going to have to end this battle because it's going to just go on too long. That's kind of one of the problems with these naval battles, is that it's really difficult to actually get the win. Okay, guys, let's move on to map number 4, which is exactly the same map again. Okay, here we are, generals, with map number 4, and it looks a lot like map number 3. That's because it's the same exact map. This is the map that Omega just did, except for now I'm in the top position instead of the lower position. One of the first things, again, I'm doing an experiment with is just launching lots of naval battles. So here we go. We decided to have a naval battle. I'm gonna start harassing this orange guy. I'm harassing the blue um, uh, islands over here as well. I am advancing. You can see, though, the orange has taken over the land. I thought he was going to be out of supply, but somehow he was able to connect to supply lines, and it took over my capital super quickly. So good for him. Congratulations. That basically it put me on the back foot. I'm still trying to attack and make landing, which I did do on this island here. I did take over this island, but he had taken my homeland, which was a pretty big blow to us. So here we are again trying to build a defensive line with our naval. We're building a reverse embargo, and we have our mountain here too. So we were going skiing, and we have beach property, but we're not going to have that property for much longer because the mountain is surrounded by both blue and orange. And then we decided over here to make a nice naval invasion against orange as well, and that, as you see, did not work out so well. Orange decided to take revenge and was able to take over my property. That left me pretty much out of it. And as we see now, that was leecros. Leecros was able to take me out on the orange. And we have Lord as was it purple, I think? So Lord is a champion and is a really good player as well. So again, we have a lot of really great players playing. And I was extinguished pretty quickly. I get aggressive. I like to have fun. No big deal. There is a lot of good back and forth, though, up north with Omega. He's doing really well in the blue. He did push back Lee up there, and now you can see, oh, look at this attack from Lord in the south by Omega. That is an excellent naval battle. So again, Lord is a champion, I believe, and that means you're in the top 5 ranking at the time of this video being made. But look here at Lee. Lee is making a crazy naval invasion down south. Look at that move. That is pretty interesting. Is he going to be able to maintain? We'll see here. Very cool. So Lord is up here in the top, and Lee is in the bottom, attacking Lord's southern position. Now you see Omega is coming back to take over the Among Us island and really putting a lot of pressure here on champion level player Lord. Again, guys, this is all taken from Subscriber Sunday. This shows you the caliber of players who are really out there joining us every Subscriber Sunday, and that means you yourself, you the viewer, can also have a chance to play them as well. So again, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and visit our Subscriber Sunday every Sunday, and you as well might be featured in the next one. Lots of crazy, awesome naval attacks going on. Omega is doing really well. They're all pretty even, but Omega has the upper hand here with kind of that northern and eastern, or northern and western islands here. Fish Island is under attack. Wow, wow, wow. But is he going to be able to knock him off? Probably not. That is tough to knock off guys in that big of a map, or that strong of a position. Look at Lord here trying to move around. He's going to make a landing as well. Look at that, unprepared, but it is so far away from supply that it's just not going to work. Again, that's kind of, what are you going to do to fix that? What can we do to fix that? I'm not sure. Here we go to match number 5. And generals, here we are on match number 5. This is another map that I put together. As you can see, it is a beautiful map of England. Can't you tell that's the United Kingdom? I mean, how can you not tell what that is? I'm joking, of course. I'm not the best artist, but this was a map I wanted to make. And obviously, you can see here too, this also has 3 brand new players that have never played before. Brand new players joining our subscriber stream. Welcome, and it's so cool to have you guys here and join and play. Now, I got some criticism here on this map that needs to be a little bit more rebalanced, and I can agree here. In my original making of it, the red team here should be the strongest. The orange side, though, should be a little bit weaker because they have that kind of back position. They should have been kind of nerfed a little bit. So that would be my changes here, is making red a little stronger and making orange a little weaker. The idea here too was purple would be the weakest, England, United Kingdom, because they have that island mentality, that island structure. So the idea was here to kind of have them be a little bit weaker to make it so that it was, easier to attack them, but also not making it so that it was too easy. They have to be able to defend themselves, but if they have the same amount of troops and economy as everyone else, they're going to be it's going to be impossible to attack them. Here we have some really cool naval stuff going on. Here we go. Ooh, an invasion against the Dutch, or not the Dutch, the Norwegians. Very cool. A nice attack there. Again, I thought that was fairly well specced out. But you can see that attack didn't really work out. Though it wasn't from lack of trying, that was a good attack. Now you can see their purple is making their moves against the Danes over here. I'm not doing too terrible. I think I'm actually going to take this city here in a second. There we go. Yeah, I took that city there from the red team. I think that's Is that Talby? No, it's not Talby actually. But look at this attack. Oh my gosh! And then here comes the naval invasion from the north. Their English are invading Normandy. It's a reverse Normandy invasion, and that is pretty cool. Again, it's all about having fun. It's about trying out new maps. It's about getting new ways of attacking. It has to be a naval attack. There's mountains here. There's the big old muddy zone here as well. I was having a lot of fun building these and watching people play them. So, again, leave in the comments below. What do you think about these maps? Which map so far have you seen tonight that is your favorite? Which one do you want to play? Why don't you make your own maps and let's play them on Subscriber Sunday? Come subscribe and join us then. And there goes my last 300 men. Boom. Unfortunate for me. But now we have a nice kind of a Cold War situation brewing here. We have the NATO powers in the west and the Eastern Bloc in the east. But you can see just the sheer amount of troops the orange player has. It's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, for purple to maintain their line. It's just it's a 6x advantage. It's impossible for them to take over here. But again, these are all new players to stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I can't believe the caliber of players we're getting to join us. And it just keeps growing each day or each week, and it gets better and better. So again, guys, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for our Subscriber Sundays, where you too can play here War of Dots versus. Great job to the orange team. I'm sorry, I forgot who the name was, but great job to you. And here we are with the sixth and final match of the night. And look at this map. Now, this is not one we made. This is one I downloaded from the system. And look at this. This is North Korea, South Korea, and Russia and Japan, the Korean War. Now, I was attacking here first, and I was also trying to launch some naval stuff here, as I was been doing the whole time. Very interesting. But if you look here in the north of red, there's that rock wall we just noticed. It's a weird map. You couldn't attack from the north. So what I'm trying to say is this was a very weird and unique map. It was cool though. I'd like to play it, but it was not exactly what I was expecting. Over here also defending against Weed Princess in the south and Japan. And I was trying to attack her as well. But you can see here, North Korea actually changes history and takes over all of Korea. So congratulations to North Korea for that. But look up here in the north in Manchuria, the Japanese and the Russians are headed at it. Oh my gosh, what an awesome attack. Lots of cool battles going on here with Weed Princess versus, I forget who it is in the orange right now. But this is a really, really cool battle. Again, it's not the best map. It's got some weird rock thing up north here that prevents orange and red attacking. That was obviously made to kind of maintain the kind of historic alliance that was going on, I think, during the Korean War. But you can see here, red is launching some naval attacks in the south and actually getting a decent little foothold. And there they go to Shanghai now as well in the north. So red makes two really good naval invasions against orange, while orange was up in the north attacking Manchuria. So again, really, really cool. But this is going to show you that even with some great attacks, with some great, surprise attacks, they were not able to maintain their position. They lost in the south, and now the north is fairly struggling to maintain as well. You can see Weed Princess in purple is attacking the Navy in the south, but that is not going to really land properly and take over. And you can also see now red is kind of defended by that rock mountain in their northern border. This again was a pretty interesting map, but long story short, we kind of got tired of it. It isn't fully optimized. It was still fun though. And that is a wrap on War of Dots versus Volume 11 Generals. What an absolute tactical masterpiece on all those new battlefields. Huge shout out to our incredible map makers. That's mostly Omega and a little bit of me for completely flipping the script and saving us from those stale default maps for Subscriber Sunday. If you want to see your own gameplay featured right here in the next volume, then don't miss out. Subscribe to my channel, Mr. Bunal Gaming. Click the link in the description to join our Discord, and make sure you show up to our next live Subscriber Sunday stream. Before you head out, do me a massive favor and hit the like button, leave a comment, and hype this video. Let me know which one of today's 6 maps was your favorite, which one was the worst. What do you think about Chunky United Kingdom? Are you going to join us for the next one? If you guys are on mobile, slam on that hype button and push us to the moon with hypes. Pretty please, it helps me out. Thank you all again for all your incredible support. And until next time, Generals, I will see you on the battlefield.